Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back. It is currently June 29 on a Sunday night and I have the biggest cast on itch. I'm currently have a whip going on. I'm currently knitting the Breakfast Club vest by Kutovakika. And I think this is one of the mystery box that she did in collaborations with, correct me, I'm saying it wrong, King Fiber. One of the brand. I'll pop it on the screen so you can know what I'm talking about. But I've been really into summer knitting lately, and so I just been scouring Ravelry for cute summer top project. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing my Sabaya top that I casted out recently as well. I posted a little bit of a knit with me shorts if you guys wanted to check out the process of me knitting this. But this is not about that. This is not a knitting podcast. But the top that I'm planning to cast on is a recently released pattern by Mochi Knits, and it's called the Amy top. Pop up a picture here. And I'm knitting it out of Madeline Tosh wool and cotton and yarn in the color Silver Fox. And I already wired her into cakes, so she's pretty much ready to go. Originally, I was going to use this to knit the vest Taipei by Mochi Knits as well, but then she released the Amy top, and I'm just like, well, now I have to knit that one instead. It's just like this classic V-neck, short sleeve looking top. There's really elegance and beautiful, and I don't know, it just spoke to me a little bit more than the vest Taipei, and so that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go watch Bones. Oh, have you guys seen Bones? I watched her before, and I've been on a rerun of Bones, and I'm really loving it. So if you guys seen it before, let me know in the comment. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go sit down, get this cast on, and get started and go from there.
Black champagne without the bubbles, made it all the way from Stockholm. Wish I could go back and hold the porcelain. All of us around one table, games that no one knew the name of. Hurts me so it's been a couple of days since I casted on this project. It is currently July 3rd, and I just finished the back panel. Well, not finished. I finished knitting the rows, and now I'm just currently doing the armhole increases and stuff. So yeah, I'm actually really loving how this color is looking. It's grayish blue, but you can't really see the blue tone because of the yellow light that I have currently going on. But there's this kind of bluish tone in this gray, and I forgot that this is hand dye yarn because I can see some marbling effect throughout. There's some color pulling sections where it's I don't know if you can see it on camera. The light doesn't really help. Actually through the shadow you can see right here, it's sections where it's darker than different area, over here there's more color here. Yeah, can you see it? But I don't know, it doesn't really bothers me as of for right now, because it seems like it's separated enough throughout the panel that it doesn't seem like it's pulling in one spot, you know. But it's making me think whether or not I should consider rotating the skein when I get into the round, or would it not matter as I go? I don't know, but we'll have to see. Yeah, and so far this pattern has been really, really fun. And as I'm finishing the back and I'm scrolling down further on the pattern, I noticed that the pattern having us do a little decorative line for the shoulder and using a crochet hook, and I don't have a 3mm crochet hook. I do have a 3.5, so hopefully that won't be a problem. Yeah, I don't know, but this is my first time doing this decorative line, so we'll kind of see how it turn out. But I'm excited to finish this because the overall project looks really, really cute and classy. Anyway, I just wanted to show you my progress, and then I will come back when I finish the front panels and then join the round and see how to go from there. So I just finished doing the crochet decorative lines and picking up stitches for the right shoulder, and it is probably the most annoying experience ever. The pattern was a little bit confusing on this point,
and it might be just be my ability to understand what the designer was telling me to do. It's also my first time knitting her pattern too, so maybe I'm just not used to the way that she's like laying out the directions, right? But for this right front, looking at the picture, the direction that she has in the pictures for us to do the crochet is looking like from this to this side, but she wants us to do the right side of the pattern. And so I cannot look at the right side and go from the inside to the outside, if that makes any sense. Like if I'm facing the right side and I'm crocheting it onto the back panel, then I have to go from the right to the left and not the left to the right. For her instructions, the picture, it's from the left to right. And I'm probably being nitpicky here, but it was kind of confusing. And then the other part is that she said work on 20 stitches using slip stitch, right? Okay, if I work on 20 stitches using slip stitched, maybe it's the way that I interpret that sentence. But when she said work on 20 stitches, I thought she's telling me to crochet 20 stitches is how I did it. And if I crochet 20 stitches, then it become 20, like I would have to go past the initial 20 stitches of the right shoulder, right? So that's kind of confusing. But if I'm only working on the 20 stitches of the right shoulder that, you know, in the beginning she told us to put a part that was supposed to be for the shoulder, then I only have 19 crochet stitch. I don't know if I'm making any sense. And also I was running into trouble where I have to pick up stitches from like the short end of the tail, and I just keep running out of yarn. And then at some point I has too much yarn, and so I have to go through these stitches to recoup the yarn on this end, and like I have like this much yarn left over. And so it was kind of like a mess. But yeah, anyway, I was just rambling on, but I also did the edge on the left shoulder already, so I don't have to do it again later. But it's pretty much the same thing. And I think in the picture she has, the sample picture she has as her instruction is that it's for the left shoulder and not the right shoulder. So don't get confused when you look at the picture as well. And for the left shoulder, you do start from the inside to the outside to the armhole. So it matches the picture for the left side, not the right side. Can you see the decorative edge here? This little line, all that for this little line here. There's that. Take that as you will, and however helpful that can be. That was a lot of rambling. Anyway, I will come back when I make more progress in drawing in the round, and I'll see you guys then. Excuse me for the weird angle and the no mic, but I'm working on like the neckline pickup, and I don't know why the designer decided now is the time to pick up. There is so much going on. I have like cables on cables and needles on needles, and now I have to use spare cables to do all these things, and I'm just kind of overwhelmed at like what I'm being asked to do, because like there's just like this whole mess here, and look at how many things are on my project. It's so much going on. I thought there was going to be like a fun, easy knit, because from like the picture and the look of it, I thought it was going to just be simple, you know, you just do your regular knit the back, knit the front, join the round, and then do the round, and then you pick up for the collar and you knit the collar later. But I was asked to knit the collar first, and then I have to do provisional cast on at some point over here. And now I'm just like, I feeling overwhelmed by the amount of things I have to do and the amount of strands I have to handle. And also, apparently I have to pick up stitches, but then I also have to wrap it around a spare cable. And I don't know why I need to do that. This turned out to be a more complex project than I was set out to do. So, oh well, we'll get there. I'll figure it out. At least she has videos to kind of show you what she's talking about. So that's kind of good. But yeah, so if you wanted to knit this pattern, do be aware that there's a lot going on, especially around the collar part. So keep that in mind. You will have some sort of mess. Maybe it's me and I'm not good at managing my mess. So there's that too. Anyway, I'm gonna go continue knitting this and see how I can pick up these because I do not understand this instructions right now. So I have to go watch the video and see what she's doing and then figure it out from there. So I figured out a little trick to do this step if you do knit this top when they require you to do the cable here, is that I have the short end. In the video she would have like the long cable and then she would drop her yarn and wrap. If you have this little short end here, all you need to do, I just finished pick up this stitch, right? So all you need to do, I just wrap this around like this and it's faster and you don't have to drop your yarn, and then you just proceed to pick up your next stitch. And then once you pick up your stitch, do the same thing. You just wrap it around just like that. Super much faster than what she showed you in the videos. Just, yeah. It is 2 days since I record that clip of me struggling to deal with the collar and the button bands and stuff. And good updates, they're done. I finished them. In fact, I also finished the armhole. Look at that. I finished that armhole. I finished the collar and I bind off. And here's the button band. It was so much busy work. It wasn't hard necessarily. It was just a lot of needles and manipulations and like, it was just a lot going on. I don't want that to deter you guys from knitting this top because that's not my intentions. I just wanted to show you like, you know, my whole real struggle with it. And so afterward, it's pretty smooth sailing. I mean, once you join in the body, you're pretty much just knitting stockinette to the bottom and then you bind up and then I'm pretty much done with the top. So I'm like about 70% through, maybe 80% through because the top gotta go a little bit longer. I do want to add a good length to this top though versus my regular crop versions I usually do because I do want to have the ability to tuck it into my pants when I wear this because I think it would be way cuter. But the front with the button bands, it looks so polished. I will try it on for you guys in the next clip. But this is that struggle that I was dealing with, is this little collar base thing that was causing me a lot of mental stress. And then, but it looks so neat. And then do you guys see the crochet line that you were asked to like added on the shoulder? And then you don't have to do a crochet line here. It's actually a way that you pick up the stitch that actually create this line here. And yeah, I think it makes everything looks really polished and neat and really nice. I love the double knitted button band. And yeah, I'll definitely insert a clip of me trying it on the way it is right now so that we can look at the visions together. But I just wanted to show you. And yeah, all now I have to do is just continue in plain stockinette until I got to the bottom, do like 6 rows of ribbing and then bind up and we're done with this top.
And I'm in a good place, but I just can't reach over the thought that it won't be like that again.
this is what she looks like in all her finished glory. I'm going to take this out because it's like making jangly noises. But yeah, she's a little bit wrinkly because I actually finished her like a week and a half ago, and we were in the middle of moving, so I have to like pack it up and put it away and like, you know, get ready to go. And yeah, today is actually July 19th is when I pulled it out and filmed this for you guys, but I haven't blocked her yet, as you can tell, because the collar is still all rolled up and all the wrinkles. So I wanted to show you before I block so that we can see the transformations together and all that. But yeah, so as you can see, as of right now, the collar is like lace, super rolled up, not flat out. And I still also have one finished touches I need to do, which is sewing this together a little bit so that it's not like crazy open like this. I mean, even if it's open like this, it doesn't look bad, but I think I do want to sew that together just like a little bit right here so that this raw edge is not showing too much. So like that. I feel that would look more clean to me. So yeah. Oh, and also I knitted her a little bit longer than where I usually knit my top. As you can see, this is where like where my jeans end. So like I have a good length and I wanted to tuck her in. So I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Okay, do we see the visions? I feel like it was like a good length that even after I tuck her in, even with all my movement, like it doesn't feel like it will go untucked. Because usually with top, if you don't like, if the top is not long enough when you tucked it in, it untucked itself throughout the day with all your movements and stuff, and it looked a little bit messy. So I really made sure that this won't untuck, and like so far it doesn't feel like it would untuck, and I feel like there's enough fabric to like keep it tight. As you see how like fitted my jeans is when the top is like tucked in. So I think it's like doing a really good job of holding like the top in place too. So yeah, there's that. But the main point of this top is a lot about like the finished touches and stuff. As you can see from when we pick up like the shoulder line and then your collar line here and then like your bind of edge here. It's like all the key points of the finished touches that made this top stand out. So also I went through and made sure that I do Italian bind off too, so that it's also look neat and clean instead of just the regular bind off. And so yeah, also I did that on the bottom as well. It was a pain, but I can see it now that the piece is finished. It's very pretty. So yeah, I really like how she looks. I'm gonna go block her and then lay her out to dry, and hopefully she won't take too long to dry, and then we can see the final result. So let's go do that.
Grass slopes behind